Got some good receivers, good running backs, good tight ends. Quarterbacks playing at a high level. Coaches calling good plays for them. They're executing at a high level. So, yeah, they got a lot of guys, and we got to be alert for them. We got to understand what they're doing, how they're trying to attack us, and at the end of the day, we got to play better than they play.
It seems that everything they do is attack-minded, especially on offense. I mean, does that make it more difficult to prepare for them, knowing that everything they're looking to hit a home run on?
Well, I mean, you just got to be on your guard, and you got to understand that that's what they're trying to do. You know, they're trying to attack, and they're trying to put up points. So, like I've always said in the past, you know, if they're attacking and trying to do that, then there's opportunity for us as well. We just got to be in position to make the plays on the ball and attack them. You know, that's kind of how we got to play it.
You talked, you know, Sue's coming back for his first game and everything. There's a lot of talk about that. But when he was leaving, or it was his last season, you talked about recruiting him and some of the other defensive line guys. Are you disappointed that it couldn't work out, that the team couldn't find a way to keep him? Or?
Man, that's a long time ago, man. That's a done deal, man. We ain't even talking about that.
Do you still keep in contact with him? Have you over the years, or reached out or anything?
Yeah, every now and then I have. I don't talk to him regularly, but over the years I have.
Are you guys excited at all to see him again, or on the field, or touch base?
I mean, I ain't gonna say I'm jumping over the hills. I mean, he's a football player, play for the Rams, you know, play with him. He's a friend, but I'm not sitting here like, you know, celebrating that Sue's coming back. Like, I mean, a lot of guys come back and play. Just part of it.
How important is pace to their offense, and how do you keep up defensively, knowing that they rush to the line quite a bit every single play?
Well, I mean, the thing about offensive pace and stuff like that, you know, I mean, if you can stop them, you know, 3 and out comes real fast, you know. If you can't stop them, then you're on your heels. That's just kind of the thing about it, and that's why they do it, you know, to try to make you play, you know, on your heels, make you miss some things that you could see to kind of identify what they're doing, make you show your hand, and they've been very successful at it. You know, they got good players, and they executed at a high level, so that's why they do it. And for us, like I said, we just got to be focused in on our game plan, make sure we're executing at a high level, and when we get opportunity to make plays, we got to make them.
For fans, that Rams Chiefs game was just crazy to watch. As a defensive player, when you put on the tape of that game, what's your reaction?
You know, that's a game that, from a defensive perspective, you look at it and it's like, man, they put up a lot of points. You know, you just see the score, 54-51, and then when you start to look at it intricately, you know, you see that there was some plays left out there that, you know, both defenses could have made. But then there was two offenses, you know, executing at a high level. You know, they were going at it, you know, heavyweight fight, you know. So that showed that, you know, the Rams have the ability to put up points. But it also showed that they got the ability to give up a lot of points as well. So for us as a defense, we can't allow them to put up 50 points. And we got to go out and play a team game and see what happens.
What is making them so good on offense? Is it scheme? Is it coaching? Is it players? What is it that they have going this year?
Man, it's probably a little bit of all that. You know, they got some good players. You know, they run a good scheme that benefits them, and like I said, Sean McVay, he calls a good game for them. So I would say probably a little bit of everything. Quarterbacks playing at a high level, receivers are playing at a high level. You know, they got a good mix, a good group of guys that fits what they're trying to do. And, you know, their confidence is real high right now, deservedly so.
Where do you start with trying to stop that?
Well, you got to always stop the run. You know, you can't can't let Todd Gurley get going on you like that. Then you got to try to get the quarterback off his spot and, disrupt some of their passes. And you just got to understand that, there's gonna be a point where they make a play or two, and we got to bounce back and make the next play and not let it spiral downhill and get out of whack.
What do they do offensively that's so different from some of the other schemes in the league, I guess?
I mean,
What sets them apart? Everybody talks about how creative they are, how different they look, or how they're able to get the mismatches they want. So what do they do that's different from some of the other offenses you face?
I would stay from that one.
Is there anything though? Or is it just about the personnel? Is it just about?
Yeah, they do some things differently.
Yeah.
The way they do things makes it difficult on the defense. But we understand what they're doing and what they're trying to do, and so, like I said, we execute our game plan better than they execute theirs. We should be in good shape.
One thing Jim Bob Cooter said when he was sort of studying their offense this offseason is that they make their play-action game look just like their running game, but it's hard to tell the difference, I guess. I don't know if you've seen that too, but what does that do to a defense when you can't overcommit to one because of how similar they look, I guess?
Well, I mean, yeah, they do a good job. I mean, a lot of teams do a great job of making the play-action game look just like the run game, but the thing that makes the play-action game difficult is when the run game is working. When the run game isn't working, it doesn't matter if the play action looks like the run game isn't working. So that's what makes theirs a little tougher, because they have a running back, Todd Gurley, that you got to respect on every play. And so when they're faking the ball to Todd Gurley or, showing that action, that's very respectable. And when, against their offense, they got a bunch of fast guys at wide receiver. And so, one false step, thinking run, deservedly so, ball's going up over your head. So it's, like I said, it's definitely a tough offense to defend against, because they got the right players in the right position, and they're all playing at a high level right now. So we got to be ready to go.
I think you guys are best run defense in the NFL over the last 3 weeks. I know it's just 3 weeks, but what have you guys done differently over the last 3 weeks in that aspect of defense?
We've tackled well. We've played, had great play up front. My D-line has been playing phenomenal. Our linebackers have been playing phenomenal. And then as a secondary, we've made tackles when we had to. And, I mean, you look at a lot of the games that we played in, we run, stop, run. I mean, be playing great in the run game, and then we'll give up one run that'd be 60 yards or 70 yards, and it just kills all the averages. So we've been playing solid run defense for a while. It's just these last few weeks we haven't given up any big runs, and now you see what it could have been.
I don't even think you've allowed a run over 10 yards the last 3 weeks, so that's when the defense does that. I guess that plays into what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, especially since we've, the last 3 weeks we've played against great rushing teams, Chicago twice and Carolina, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Chicago with Tariq Cohen, he's been getting big yards. Jordan Howard, obviously, and, Carolina with Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey, those guys. So it's been a great job, and in all those games we've, for the most part, given ourselves opportunity to win. So that's always the goal. You got to stop the run game.
That improvement has come. It's coincided with Snacks coming to the defense as well. Has he made that big of a difference, or is that kind of just a coincidence?
I think he makes a difference. I mean, he's a big time player in the middle. He's a big time run stopper. So, when the offense knows that they have to block him a certain way, or put a certain amount of guys on him, that frees it up for other guys to get in one-on-ones in different situations. So pretty sure he changed up the blocking scheme for a lot of those teams, and when they don't block him or when they try to single him, he makes the play. So
seems like he creates double teams even when there's not intended to be double
he'll get both arms out there and suck up a guy, giving linebacker more free run.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he definitely does that. That's why he's a great run stopper. He's good.
It can be hard for people on the outside to evaluate line play sometimes. I mean, how good has Deshaun Hand been? I think it seems like he's played really well too. Obviously, we don't know the assignments and stuff, but yeah, I mean, do you have an appreciation for what he's been able to do?
Oh yeah, I appreciate all those guys up there. I mean, for Deshaun been a young guy, he's been playing well. Like I said, I think all those guys been playing well up front. Been working really hard, and we've been seeing it, especially in the run game, and that's what they've been focusing on. We got to get the run stopped and get that fixed, and I think they've done a good job.
It's hard being a rookie in this league, and I think it's probably harder than a lot of positions to be a rookie corner, rookie defensive back. Mike Ford's kind of stepped in there and picked things up relatively quickly. Looked a lot better in his second game. Just your impressions of how he's handling that transition from practice squad to starting lineup kind of overnight?
He's doing a good job, I mean, when you're in this league and when you're on the practice squad, a lot of times that's a benefit. Because every day in practice, he's going against our offense. He's going against Marvin. He's going against Kenny. He's going against Stafford every day, He's getting all those reps. So you get opportunity to work your craft, and that's what gave the coaches the confidence to move him up. They see how he compete in practice, see the plays that he make. It's like, hey, let's give him a chance. And so I think he's been preparing for it. He understands he's been here all spring. So, I mean, he stepped in, do his job, tackle when he need to, make a play on the ball when you have to, and that's about it.
Did you do any scout team stuff really early in your career with Houston, any look team stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So I always wondered this, like when you're doing that, you're trying to emulate different guys to give your guys the best look.
Mm-hmm.
Do you kind of discover things about yourself as you're trying different techniques and different skill sets? And
Yeah.
Do you find you maybe round out your game a little bit better as you're doing this?
Yeah, I used to love it. My first probably 3 weeks. My first 3 weeks of the season, I was doing scout team. I was starting at nickel, but I wasn't starting at corner. So, when it was time for the offense to go out there, I was getting corner reps in scout team. So, yeah, that was fun. I used to like it, because you go out on the scout team, you're kind of just playing free, If you get beat, they don't really care, You get to emulate a different guy, and, if you screw up something, it's, I'm trying to be like this guy, They don't really care. And you just kind of go out, you play free, you have fun, make some plays, you start like, man, this is kind of fun, this is kind of comfortable, I like this, and I mean, I had a good time with it.
Was there ever a guy who was especially hard to emulate? I mean, do you remember a guy who tried to emulate and was a challenge for you to do that?
Nah. Because my first 3 weeks when I was really doing it as a corner, I think we played the Jets opening days, so I might have been Revis. The second week we played Tennessee. I might have been Cortland Finnegan. And then the third week we played Jacksonville. I might have been Rasheem. And then
For Finnegan, you have to fight a teammate in practice.
nah. We fought him a couple times. But yeah, it was fun. And even throughout the year, every now and then, you play. I remember one year, I was playing safety, and we was playing Pittsburgh, and it was like, man, somebody's getting to be Troy Polamalu this week, and so you kind of like, hey, let me steal a couple of those reps. You get to run out there, and you playing the Ravens. You get to be Ed Reed, just kind of run around and do whatever you want to do. It's always fun.
You gotta get the wig.
Yeah, we actually had somebody do that one year when I was in Houston. I can't remember who it was. Well, they brought it out for Polamalu. I just don't remember who the guy was. Yeah.
Do anything like that here?
No, I don't think anybody's done that here.
No.
But yeah, that's definitely
Distinct characteristics of a player.
yeah. But I think it's a good thing.
So with the Rams, right? They've lost one game. How did the Saints beat them? Like, what did you see from the Saints that they did to
Well, the Saints, you know, they tackle well. They gave up some plays, you know, but they made some plays. And I think at the end of the day, when you look at it, the Saints offense made enough plays to score points, and their defense made enough plays to stop them. And I think at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. It's a team game. I mean, even if you look at the Chiefs game, even though it's 54-51, I think the Chiefs were up 51-47, and Orlando Scandrick drops a pick with 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go, and the Rams had no timeouts. He makes that play. The Chiefs probably going to win that game. He don't make it, they lose 54-51. So I think it's going to come down to, for one, you know, obviously you got to control the game, you know, offensively and defensively. And at some point, defensively, you got to make 1 or 2 plays to get them off the field.
I think it's just really interesting when you look at the Denver game that they played, and that's 23-20. That's Gurley's biggest game. He goes off for 200 yards. So I know stop the run first is always a priority on defense, but can it ever be different? I mean, can you ever say maybe we don't commit as many resources to the box against the run, we drop more guys back in coverage? You get 9.3 yards per attempt on pass plays. I mean, just a big play pass offense. Maybe you let them, you know, try to beat you with the run, keep the game tight, and let your offense, you know, finish it off at the end. Is that a realistic strategy, or is that just crazy?
Well, Denver did that, and I mean, they were actually up on Denver for the whole game. Denver made some plays in the fourth quarter, but you know, Denver played them well. They had a plan. You know,
That's kind of
that was their choice.
Let me get it to the teams that have held them relatively in check. Is there any common thread with how those defenses or what they've done? Whether it's, you know, that, you know, committing more resources to the pass or.
Well, I mean, I think at the end of the day, whatever your game plan is, if you execute it at a high level, you give yourself a chance. But against a team like that, you got to play good team football. You know, we got to win a special teams battle. You know, offensively, we got to win that battle. Defensively, we got to win our battle. You know, and it's whatever the game plan is. If you're trying to take away the run and forcing them to throw it, well, your DB's got to make some plays. If you're trying to take away the pass and letting them run it, well, at some point you got to get Todd Gurley down, or he'll run for 350 yards. I mean, at the end of the day, 300 yards is 300 yards, whether you passing or running, right?